Third down and 2. Smith has it. He busts across the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Going to be a gain of 10 on the play and a fresh set of downs for the Cats.
Peru State's now 5 of 10 on third down conversions. I got to say that, and that's the 7th first down for Peru State.
All right, we'd like to welcome now to the air Mike Ramirez. Mike, welcome to Bobcat Football.
Thank you.
Doc Wininger here, and I believe you may have been a student of my father's, the original Doc Wininger here at Peru State.
Yeah, Dr. Wininger, yes.
Back to pass to Shepard. He hits Leighton Shaquin down to the 26-yard line. Well, Mike, you played here from 59 to 62.
Yes, sir.
What does this place look like compared to what you saw here?
It's heaven now here. We played on a mud field here in our era.
We were talking about that last year. That I grew up here, of course, in Peru, been coming to games for 55 years, and I don't know if I ever saw a real good grass field here.
No.
We had trouble getting grass to grow here.
Oh, God. Yeah.
First down and 10. The Bobcats jump offside. It'll be 1st and 15, ball at the 31. So when you came into Peru, tell me a little bit about the recruitment process.
Well, not accidentally, but I met McIntyre and Al Wheeler. I come to see a good friend of mine that was playing football here, Al Marquez, and I just came here just to visit with him. And the coaches saw me come in, and they tried to recruit me out of South High School in Omaha, Nebraska. So they saw me here, and they thought I had chosen Peru to come to play here.
Shepard back to pass. Has a receiver across the middle. Gabe Hoynes knocked loose. It'll be 2nd down and 15. So you played for the Packers.
Oh, yes.
And then you played for the Bobcats.
Bobcats, yes. Made all NCC when they had the Nebraska College Conference here, along with a couple of my other buddies that are here to speak.
Now, what position did you play here?
Guard.
Okay.
Guard, at 184 pounds.
Now, you didn't call him Fat Jack when he was coaching, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Talking with Michael Ramirez, who played here for Peru State late 50s, early 60s. 2nd down, 15, ball at the 31-yard line. Shepard under center, hands the ball to Smith. He's taken down after a short gain to the 30. It's going to be 3rd down and long for the Cats. Well, talk a little bit about your memories on the campus. What was it like playing here for the Bobcats?
It was beautiful. We had beautiful spirit here during our era here, and it was fun to play for Al and Mac and those guys. But they were good coaches. Of course, in our era, we played offense and defense and kickoff and punt returns. We played everything then.
It's interesting because Tyler Audsley tonight getting snaps on both sides of the ball, and that's rare anymore.
Oh, yes.
Talking to Mike Ramirez, Bobcat from the 50s and 60s. Shepard back to pass on 3rd down and 14. Throws it late over the middle, and I think it's going to be tipped and picked. It looks like Midland has the pickoff all the way down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Leighton Shaquin went up high, couldn't get it, but tipped it to the safety, and Midland gets the interception. They're going to spot the ball at the 9. So a turnover for the Bobcats to start the second half. Well, Mike, after seeing this place, what are your thoughts?
It's beautiful. The campus is still very much the same as when we were here, but this field is like night and day difference. Real lights.
Yeah.
Ever night.
No rodeo lights.
No rodeo. Yes, exactly. Yes.
I think they even still have the same mattress in your room in Dalzell.
In Dalzell, yes.
We've been talking to Mike Ramirez. Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Midland, a little flare pass out to the far sideline, gets about 5 on 1st down. In on the tackle are Briar Burr and Ben Watkins.
Yeah, with that interception, that was the first interception of the evening for Bo Shepard. He's 4 out of 13 passing for 54 yards.
I believe Ken Dostal has joined us now, if I remember my Bobcat history well.
Yes.
All right, welcome, Ken. You want to pull them? Ken's going to get, there you go.
Got it, okay.
There we go. Now back to pass is Cameron. He gets a little flare pass out of the flat to about the 17-yard line. 4 Bobcats there. You have Cody Sullivan in on the tackle, Logan Pavement, Ben Watkins, and also on the tackle, Cody Pietrowski. And so Midland back up to the line, 3rd down and about 4 to go. Ken, is this the first time you've been back on campus to see the new Oak Bowl?
Yes, it is, yes.
and it's beautiful.
It is something, isn't it? Back to pass, a little flare pass out. Cornish has it. He's got the first down. It'll be a fresh set of downs for Midland out to about the 21-yard line. So, did you play in the line also here, Ken? Or?
Offensive line and defensive line, yes.
Okay.
Outside linebacker and our defensive end and offensive tackle, yeah.
Now, how did you end up at Peru State? How did that recruiting process work?
Well, initially I started out in Nebraska. I had a scholarship for Nebraska. And didn't do very well down there as far as grades, and I said, got a transfer. I said, either Wayne State or Peru State. Mm-hmm. And I tell my wife, I said, if I took a left turn, I'd be going to Peru. If I took a right turn, I'd be going to Wayne State. But I took a left turn, and here we are. So and I met my wife here, and homecoming queen and all that good stuff. I said, had a heck of a life,
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Now, where did you prep? Where was your high school years?
Okay, Scribner.
Okay.
One of those Dodge County boys.
Yeah, coming down from the Trojans in Dodge County. Second down and 11, loss of one on the play. They ran a reverse to Magdaleno. Now they're in the spread, two wide receivers on the near side. They're going north to south. Now, Audsley playing press coverage. They try a little flare pass to Cornish out of the background field and take it down on a mean hit. Wow, what a hit that time by Ben Watkins, the junior out of Omaha Burke, as he takes down Alex Cornish. Again, we're talking to Ken Dostal. And Ken, what are some of your memories of playing for the Bobcats? What do you remember about being down on this field?
Well, I remember playing a lot of night games, and I had a big disadvantage because I didn't have contacts. I had them temporarily, but I didn't like them, so I didn't wear them. And as Mike was saying, we were talking before, on the kickoffs, he had to lead me down there because I was a little ahead of him. I said, go to your left, right. And I said, I'll pick out the fastest guy and I'll take care of him.
The pass is complete to Donovan Johnson. A gain out to about the 45-yard line. Pabin shuts him out of down. It'll be first down and 10 for Midland on their own 45-yard line.
But it was very enjoyable. I mean, good games here, and I remember some of the equipment we had as far as compared to what they have nowadays. I mean, we had nothing. I mean, other schools had about the same, nothing, but it's really colorful now, and I really love this. I said, this would be neat to play on that. But I like to play in the mud games. Can't play in the mud games here, right?
No, you can't. Not on the field anyway.
Right.
Cornish gets a gain of none as he's met right in the hole by Cody Piotrowski, who takes him down hard. It's now two receivers to the near side, to the far side on second down and 10. So was Dr. Wininger, was he as mean as everybody said he was in the classroom?
He told the line pretty well. He said, your dad, right?
Yeah.
I remember the tennis court over here. They took the tennis court out. I said, what are they? We used to meet over there we used to huddle a halftime. I said, we were just talking about that a little bit ago. And I said, well, anyway.
The tennis courts are gone. Of course, my father was the tennis court coach here for many years.
Yeah.
And he was a real trendsetter. He had a woman on his tennis team in the 60s. She was his best player, actually.
I remember that very well. I said, oh, geez. I don't think they practiced too much in the fall. I don't know what that situation was, but when they had the sport itself. But anyway, your dad did a super job.
Midland is taking a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with him. Been talking with Ken Dostal. Ken, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Thank you very much.
Starting college at a big university is not the right fit for everyone. That's why many students spend their first 2 years at Metropolitan Community College. You can earn credits in nearly 150 general education courses, then transfer those credits to a 4-year university. And credits at MCC are nearly a third of the cost. Get started today. Go to mccmed.edu/first choice. Classes begin December 1st. Metropolitan Community College. 40 years of excellence.
I assume, Gio, we're making it. You're the production engineer. You're still understanding.
Now back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
All right, you guys are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take off.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl, Peru, Nebraska. Midland 7, Peru State 7, 7:27 remaining in the third quarter. Midland burns their first time out of the second half. Third down and 9, ball in their own 46-yard line. The spot to make is the Peru State 45. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers in the pattern. Actually, the tight end, Schluter, in the game now. The senior from Friend, leading receiver, returning back to pass. And Cameron's hit it as he lets the ball go by Shane Lloyd. And now there's a penalty flag, but it may be on Midland as the lineman laid on the Peru State defensive lineman after the play. We're going to see it was a late flag that came out from the white hat. Right behind the quarterback. Oh, they called roughing the passer on Shane Lloyd. That was a late flag.
Oh, very late, yes.
So that'll be, they had him stopped. Shane Lloyd got him. That'll be a fresh set of downs. Well, we're now joined by former Bobcat Ray Utterbrink. It's pronounced that right?
That's pretty close.
Okay, Unterbrink.
Unterbrink.
All right.
I knew your father well.
Well, it's always nice to hear that. You know, it's always talk to people, and nice to talk to people that knew him. And tell us a little bit about your time at Peru State.
Well, I started in 1958. I was brought to Peru by my high school coach, who was Arvel Yoakum, probably one of the best athletes who has ever played at Midland, at Peru.
A little swing pass out there on first down to Cale Walker. Gets a gain of about 4, second down and 6. So, yep, so you came to Peru from, now your high school was where?
East Alton, Illinois.
Oh, wow. Okay. Was he a Peru Stater, your high school coach?
Hey, my high school coach was a Peru Stater, a very, very, very famous athlete here. Threw the discus, played basketball, was a great football player, and he brought several of us up from Illinois. We were the first kids here from that part of the country.
Nate Schluter, the Midland tight end, hits on the crossing pattern. It's taken down by Cody Sullivan all the way down to the Peru State 23-yard line for a first down. Ray, what position did you play here at Peru State?
I was a guard.
Guard?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember reading Jack McIntyre say, as Cornish takes it inside the 15 down to the 13, that he would take the players out into the woods by the river, and he said that the players that ran around the trees on the way back in became the backs, and the players that ran into the trees became the linemen.
Yeah, well, that's a good story, and probably true with Jack.
Yeah, that's what Jack McIntyre told the boosters that. I found that quote one time.
Yeah.
Talking with Ray Utterbrink, Bobcat here from 58 to 61. First down and 10 now for Midland. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball at the Peru State 11-yard line. And dumped unceremoniously by Jason Park. Was Cornish all the way back to about the 16-yard line, and we had a little bit of problem with our scoreboard tonight, Al. They had first down and 10 at the 11, but they were showing second down and 1 from the 12.
But now they're second down and 84.
Now they're showing second down and 84. So I was saying earlier, Dad ran the scoreboard for 30 years. I think he's up there playing around with this guy today.
Yeah, somebody's playing with it tonight.
Third down
Looks
and
good though.
Third down and 5. Ball at the 19-yard line. Shotgun formation. Cameron back to pass. Has a receiver in the end zone. They get tangled up. Logan Pavement on the coverage. No call. It'll be 4th down and 5. Midland, I think, will try the field goal. So, Al, what did you study here at Peru State then?
I'm sorry?
What did you study here at Peru State?
Well, psychology, basically, from your father.
Okay.
He got me started in the field, and I just stayed with it for the next 50 years.
What did you do with that then?
I worked primarily with people with mental retardation, and then later on with veterans from Vietnam, Korea, and even some from World War II.
Mm-hmm. And how did this place shape that experience that you had?
Tremendously. I grew up here at Peru.
Mm-hmm.
Learned what I wanted to do, and put me on track to the rest of my life.
So 35-yard field goal attempt by Midland is no good. It stays at 7-7. 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. Both teams have missed a field goal now, still tied at 7. So what do you think of this place, right?
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I love the Oak Bowl in the 60s. I love it even more now in 2014. What a tremendous change, and I want to congratulate everybody who had a hand in it, and they've done a great job.
Well, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for spending some time with us, Ray Utterbrink, and really appreciate seeing you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Peru State takes over, first down and 10. Ball in their own 17-yard line. Shepard is under center. On play action, he is going to be taken down for a loss of about 2. He was looking for Gabe Hoynes on the far sideline, who was double-teamed. It's going to be second down and about 12 to go. So we go under 5 minutes. Again, thanks to all our former Bobcats who came in and said it.
I believe, or Troy Rodriguez.
Now, see, Tony Jansen has entered the press box. Second down, about 11. They're going to spot the ball at the 16-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Bobcats. Actually, Audsley's in, keeps the ball himself. He's out to the 20, the 25. It's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Again, I got to quit looking at the scoreboard. The ball was at the 21. They had the 16. I got to quit looking at that. So let's look at the sticks, Daryl. Looks like it's third down and 5 with the ball at the 25. Really struggling on the scoreboard tonight. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Well, it took them 3 different shots to get done with the first quarter. They went down to nothing and put a minute back on it 3 different times.
Audsley back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, pointing to his receiver to go, and he's going to be taken down about the 20. It'll be fourth down and 10. So the Bobcats, another 3 and out.
Audsley on the carry, who's brought down for a loss.
So we are joined by former All-American Tony Jansen. And Tony, welcome to Bobcat football.
Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Daryl. It's glad to be here.
Tony Jansen, a lineman here, and we didn't have you sign in, Tony, but what years did you play?
I played from 2007 through 2009.
2007 to 2009. Back to punt, Cody Sullivan. Setting up to receive at about the 45-yard line. Now stepping up, called a fair catch. There could have been some room to run there. So Midland's going to start. Again, good field position. 3:08 remaining in the third quarter. Talking to Tony Jansen. Now, Tony, you're coaching football now, I believe.
Yeah, I'm back down in Auburn, coaching offensive, defensive line there. It's my second fall there. Really enjoying being back home, having the opportunity to coach the Bulldogs. It's been fun.
Do you like to strap the pads on and show those boys something from time to time?
You know, I can't even pretend like I'd be able to do that anymore.
Talking to Tony Jansen. Tony, offensive lineman here, winner of the very prestigious Bert Swenson Award for his work not only at Peru but also in the community and in the classroom. Winner of the Bert Swenson Award, which is the highest award a Bobcat athlete can win. Back to passes, Cameron on play action. He overthrows everybody. And back deep on the coverage looked like Gabe Hoynes. Not sure whether that was 19 or...
No, I think it was Darvell Collins.
It was Darvell Collins. You know, Gabe Hoynes moved to the offensive side of the ball. I couldn't tell if it was 19 or 18. So, Tony, talk a little bit about your experience here. Now, when you were playing here, we were not in the hack, and you had those long bus rides. Talk about a couple of the places you played here for the Bobcats.
Well, I believe it was my first road trip was up to Minnesota State, Mankato, and that was a long trip, made even longer by the result of the game. Kind of didn't play real well in that one. They kind of took it to us. So, we like I said, we had some long trips.
Little flare pass out to Kyle Morris across midfield down to the Bobcat 43. He's going to bring up third down and 1 for Midland as he's taken out of bounds by Logan Pabin. Yeah, I remember games from Texas to North Dakota. Midland up over the line of scrimmage quickly. Tony, I'd be interested to get your view on this. Cornish pops it outside for the first down. I think it's going to be first down. It's going to be close. Would have you enjoyed being in a conference like the Heart of America if you would have had that opportunity playing here?
I definitely think so. I mean, one, just because it's such a good conference with so many good teams, and then just being in a conference, having the ability to develop some of those rivalries and get some familiarity with the teams you play, I really think it would have been fun.
First down for Midland at the Peru State 42-yard line. You know, one of the downsides of the conference next year is they're adding 2 more teams to go to 12, and there'll be no more non-conference games. So games like this against Midland and the GPAC school is going to be a thing of the past after this season. First down and 10. 2:22 remaining in the third quarter. Cameron on play action, back to pass, looking down the middle of the field. Logan Pabin running stride for stride with the receiver for Midland, Cale Walker. So 2:14 remaining. So you're teaching math at Auburn. Now, you didn't go right out of college right to Auburn. You had another stop before that, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. My first 3 years, I was over in Iowa teaching at Trainer Community Schools there, and it was a great place to be, but the opportunity to come back home to Auburn was too good to pass up.
Talking with Tony Jansen, former All-American, Bert Swenson Award winner, stopping by the booth tonight. Tony also has a familial relationship, I believe, with our color commentator. Back to pass. It's complete just past the 35-yard line into the 34. And, again, Darvell Collins on the tackle. The reception that time made by Marcus Little, Jr. out of La Vista. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 to go. So what do you think of this place, Tony? Would you have enjoyed playing someplace like this?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would have. It's really nice what they've done. You know, have the new facilities here, but it keeps the old feeling of the Oak Bowl still. Here's really nice.
3rd down 2, option pitch to Cornish. He's got the first down inside the 30, and Midland moves the chains again. Very efficient offense. Again, another 3rd down conversion. So a minute 34 remaining in the 3rd quarter, still tied at 7, and Midland's going to be inside the Peru 30-yard line at about the 29. Again, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. They're in the spread offense. Now coming in motion, and the pitch on the reverse, and it's wide open to the far side. Wessels cuts him back in, but he's inside the 20, down to the 15. A nicely constructed play, reverse to Tristan Kamaka. And down inside the 15. So, Tony, do you like the style that Peru State's gone to? I know they tried a couple of different offensive styles while you were here. Going to that veer as a lineman, you like firing out and just beating on people?
Yeah, absolutely. As an offensive lineman, you'd much rather go after guys rather than be a pass blocker and just try to be beat slowly.
Cameron back to pass, has a receiver in the end zone, and it bounces to him. Cody Sullivan on the coverage. Under a minute to go now. 2nd down and 10. Tell me your favorite memory from the Oak Bowl as you look back at the 3 years you played for the Bobcats.
My last game here, our senior game against William Penn. You know, as a team we weren't expected to beat, and we came out, played a good game, especially defensively, and were able to come out with the win. That was probably my favorite game here.
Knocked the Statesmen out of the playoffs that year in that game here in the Oak Bowl. Great game. Option to the far side. Cornish has it down inside the 10. Taken down there by Briar Burr. And you abandoned us the next year, Tony. We had to go over to William Penn over in Oskaloosa and got beat 70-6. So they paid us back in spades after that game. I remember the game, they had 37 first downs, and they had one of those announcers that said it's another, a Statesman, and everybody yelled first down. And after about 30, everybody was like, yeah, first down. We couldn't get much out of the crowd. It was about 63-6 already at that point. 3rd down and 4, the ball at the 9-yard line. Going to be close to the first down. Cornish takes it up the middle. They're going to stop the clock at 10.8 seconds. Well, we're going to lose you at the quarter break here, Tony. Thank you for stopping by. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We're talking with Tony Jansen, and when we come back in the 4th quarter, we'll be talking with Mr. Bobcat, Kemp Probst. Again, thanks for stopping by, Tony. End of 3, it's 7-7, Peru State of Midland. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Starting college at a big university is not the right fit for everyone. That's why many students spend their first 2 years at Metropolitan Community College. You can earn credits in nearly 150 general education courses, then transfer those credits to a 4-year university. And credits at MCC are nearly a third of the cost. Get started today. Go to mccneb.edu/first choice. Classes begin December 1st. Metropolitan Community College. 40 years of excellence.
Now, back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl in Peru, Nebraska. It is beginning of the 4th quarter, and Midland has it 4th down and 1 with the ball at the 6-yard line. We'll see if Midland's going to send out the kick team or whether they're going to send out They're reading the split the pot ticket, and it's got to be a record. The winning ticket is worth $1,165. Official attendance tonight, 2,409 here in the Oak Bowl. So the line to make is the 5-yard line, and Daryl can't tell if that's the kicker coming out. It doesn't look like it. It looks like Midland's going to go for it on 4th down and 1 with the ball at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, this third quarter is really a change. Peru State had one more first down than Midland at the halftime, but Midland now leads 12-7 on first downs.
Shotgun formation for the Warriors, and running the option is going to be Donovan, and he's got the first down to the 5-yard line. So it'll be first down and goal for Midland. We've now been joined by Mr. Bobcat, Kent Probst. Kent, welcome back to Bobcat football.
Doc, it's always a pleasure to be on the air with you and Daryl. Great to see Gio in the booth tonight, too.
I would say welcome back because Kent Probst has been coming to football games since they wore leather helmets, I think. Been coming to the Oak Bowl for a long time. There's the handoff to Cornish, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. First play of the fourth quarter, and Midland's going to take a 13-7 lead.
14:39 to go in the ball game, and Midland has regained the lead.
So, Kent, you have seen a lot of these.
By Alex.
I've seen a lot of ball games here. I cut my teeth doing stats here in the Oak Bowl, sitting next to your father when he was working a scoreboard.
Anthony Wood in to attempt the extra point. The placement's good. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 with 14:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Gio, do we take a break, or can we keep it here? We can keep it here. All right. Talking with Kent Probst. Kent, you came to Peru about 1976, is that correct?
76, you bet.
All right, and through the years, capacity, you were a student, you were the sports information director, you were a vice president, you served in a number of capacities. You also were on the air with the Bobcats. Talk a little bit about some of your memories of the Oak Bowl. I know you saw some crazy things here. You saw playoff games here. You saw, of course, the famous night that the lights went out in Peru. So I don't know if an innocent man was shot that night, but the lights went out in Peru. Talk a little bit about the stadium, what it's meant to you, and some of the things that you've seen.
Well, I've seen everything from pigs run out onto the field to skydivers come landing on the field midway through the first quarter. I've seen a little bit of everything down here. I did see the lights explode that famous night in 1979. Also saw the 1990 National Championship team run up and down the field.
Approaching the ball is Anthony Wood. Back deep, Tyler Audsley and Logan Pabin. It's a short kick. It's going to bounce at the 15. Pabin gets it cleanly outside to the 20. Audsley, excuse me, still on his feet out to about the 30-yard line. And the Bobcats now down 14-7 have a little bit of work to do. Well, you look at that national championship team, Kent, and you know what they did with the facilities they had was pretty remarkable. Imagine if you'd had a team like that with a place like this to recruit to, what you would have had. It would have really been something special.
Well, you know, facilities do make a difference. I think Tom Shea and the Bobcats in 1990, Jerry Joy and the teams in the late 70s, early 80s proved that facilities don't make everything, but it certainly makes a huge difference.
Bobcats, 2 tight end set. Shepard has it, pitches it to Marcus Spearman. Spearman up to about the 34-yard line, gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Again, talking with Kent Probst. And Kent, is tonight the first time you've seen this facility?
It is. I was here for the last game in the old Oak Bowl when Central Methodist, the place I now worked, played, and I have intentionally not been back since. I wanted to come back and get the full experience, and what an experience.
I was going to ask you after this play. Tyler Audsley now in at quarterback, running the option, hands the ball to Smith. Good for about 3 out to the 37. It's going to be third down and 2. So when you walked in today, Tell me what you were thinking.
The experience is overwhelming, and I can only imagine what it is for people like Ken Dostal and Mike Ramirez, some of those guys. This is such a unique environment, such a naturally beautiful setting. To have a facility that matches the setting now is incredible. This has got to be as good a facility as there is in the NAIA.
3rd down and 3, the ball at the 36. Mark to make the 39. Audsley keeps it himself. He's going to have the first down out to the 41-yard line. Tyler Audsley is a special athlete. He has played defense. He's played offense. He was all-state both ways at Prescott Valley in Arizona. Stepped in at the last minute to run the team last year, and it looks like Coach Schneider decides they need a little more speed in at the quarterback position, down 7 on this drive. Again, talking to Mr. Bobcat, Kent Probst, and Kent, there was a time when things weren't real happy here on the campus. And the late 90s, the mid to late 90s were a tough time here at Peru State. Audsley under center, gives the ball to Smith, short gain of about 2. You and I shared some of those times. There was serious talk about whether the college was going to continue to exist. The legislature decided, after a study, to allow the college to exist, and then funded some major changes. And talk about the renaissance in this place in the last 15 years.
Well, all we ever asked was that they treat Peru equitably with the other state-funded institutions, and we always said, if you do that, Peru will flourish. It's been proven.
2nd down and long. Back to pass as Audsley has the receiver, Leighton Chiquin, and he throws it high, and Chiquin is down. I think just knocked the wind out of him as Audsley let the ball sail. There has been work done on so many buildings, the administration building. If folks haven't seen the library, it's an award-winning library. What a phenomenal library here at Peru, the old gym. And as I now joke, Jack McIntyre's players can say with a clean conscience they were actually in the gym here at Peru State, or in the library, at Peru State. 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 43-yard line. 12:35 remaining in the 4th quarter. Cats down 7. Audsley back to pass. He's in relief of Bo Shepard, and he's got the first down up the middle of the field. Just took and broke it, and that's what Tyler Audsley gives you that maybe you don't get with Bo Shepard. What a play. Again, talking with Kent. Kent, you look at this. What does this mean? You've been at different colleges. You're a college in Idaho. You're a college in central Missouri now, down in Fayette, Missouri. It's an athletic facility, but it's also going to be used by the general student body. What does something like this mean to a college?
It means far more than just what it means to the football program. This is a rallying point for the alumni, for the community, for all of southeast Nebraska, for the student body here. It's just huge.
Audsley back to pass on play action on the first down, looking down the field, and looked like Leighton Chiquin trying to get back to the ball, was unable to get back to it. No call on the play. Actually, that was looking at that. Not sure who the receiver was there. Maybe Don Wilkerson. This was Don Wilkerson, a freshman out of Frisco, Texas. Have you run into a couple of alums you might have known tonight?
This is Old Home Week, and remember, I did the alumni work here for 20 years, so I know people far beyond the years that I spent at Peru, and I've seen so many old friends tonight. It's just wonderful.
2nd down and 10, ball handed to Aaron Smith on his feet for a gain of about 2 or 3, down to about the 46, and for the 3rd time on this drive, Peru State facing 3rd and long. They've converted 2 in a row, but you're not going to make a living off that Midland defense on 3rd and long. A little different philosophy this year, Kent. It's kind of interesting. With Midland, they've decided to go the JUCO route. 23 JUCOs from California on this team, trying to compete with Morningside at the top of the GPAC, who has done a lot of that historically. Well, what's the rest of the weekend look like? Gio, we got a timeout. We got to leave it here. We're going to take it to break for a 30-second break. 11:16 remaining in the 4th quarter. 14-7 Midland. We'll be back after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Drop one kid off at practice, pick the other one up from science club, watch the band uniform, and a parents' meeting tonight. And you're starving!
I can't think of
Back to school means you are busier than ever. Who has time to cook? Valentino's Buffet means you don't have to. Pizza, pasta, salad, and for dessert, strawberry pizza and ice cream. Feed them fast and fill them up. Valentino's Grand Italian Buffet, open daily 11 to 9. Nebraska City.
Long enough, I should throw a couple stats out.
Yeah.
Bobcat football. Today's best country, B103.
And you guys are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take it away.
To the Oak Bowl, Doc Wininger, Daryl Obermeyer, and Mr. Bobcat, Kent Probst, 14-7. Midland leads it. Peru State coming up 3rd down and 8 after the timeout. The ball on their own 46-yard line. Excuse me, the ball on the Midland 46-yard line. They need to get to the 38.
Yeah, Peru State is 7 of 15 on 3rd down conversions in this game, 6 of 15 for Midland.
Shotgun formation is Tyler Odsley. He's pitching relief now for Bo Shepard, and he throws it low. It's going to be 4th down, and I think the Bobcats will punt Midland deep and try to hold him here. Again, talking with Kent Probst, and Kent, we'll let you get back to the other alums here in a minute, but I wanted to thank you for coming up, and all of the time you spend here, all the investment you make, it's really special to come back and see what the place has turned into, isn't it?
It's absolutely phenomenal. Folks out there in Radio Land, you need to get here and see this place for yourself sometime. And the gentlemen, always a joy to be with you.
And not only this place, but the library, the administration building, everything up on campus is absolutely first class at this institution now. Comes the punt from Cody Sullivan. Fair catch made at the 15. Well, Kent, thanks for stopping by. It was great to see you, and you're always welcome in the booth anytime you're in Peru.
I'll be listening all season, gentlemen.
All right, thank you. That was Kent Probst, Mr. Bobcat. 11:06 remaining now in the 4th quarter. Peru State is trailing Midland 14-7, and the Warriors have the ball. The Bobcat defense needs a stop here.
Yeah, Midland so far has been 6 of 15 on 3rd down conversions, but unfortunately, Midland has been 3 of 3 on 4th down conversions.
They start here now on their own 15-yard line. That last touchdown drive was 12 plays and took about 4 minutes, about 3 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock. 1st down and 10. Cornish has it outside the 15 to maybe the
Carried by Cornish.
18 or 19-yard line. Out to the 20. Wow, gain of 5. Shane Lloyd took him down there after 5. And Midland hammering away at the inside of the Bobcat line now. 2nd down and 5.
That's the 30th carry tonight for Alex Cornish, and for 91 yards, he's the leading rusher on either team this evening.
2nd down and 5. Running back in motion. Back to pass is Cameron. Steps up in the pocket and overthrows his receiver. Had some pressure there. Pryor Burr. And coming up lame on the play is the big tight end, Schloiter, for Midland. Don't know if it's a cramp, but he went down on the 30-yard line on the far side there. That's a big loss for the Warriors.
Yeah, he started limping just running downfield, and when the pass was incomplete, he took himself out of the game, hobbling off the field.
Looks like they're stretching him on the far sideline. May just be a cramp. So 3rd down and 5. Again, 24:09 tonight's official paid attendance. Shotgun formation. Cameron throws it on a quick slant pass, and again they've converted. The pass going to Cale Walker on just a little slant. Midland moves the chains, and Bobcats really need a stop, need to get the ball back.
Yeah, that's the 13th first down for Midland this evening.
Peru State, not much offense here in the second half. Only a couple of first downs, I believe, Daryl.
Well, yeah, I believe they were 7 at halftime and not just 10, so they haven't moved it too much.
Ready to go into the 10-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Cats down by a touchdown. Midland with the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 28. Ball is handed to Cornish, and it's a short gain out to the 30. Gain of maybe 2. Taken down by Wessels and Matt O'Neill.
By number 34, Alex Clement. Brought down on the play by
So Cornish, the running back, he's senior from Chula Vista, California.
Yeah, a few more rushes. He may hit the 100-yard line. Oh, no, he's had 11 yards in losses, so his net is about 82 right now.
And now Cornish is laying down in the backfield. And I think maybe cramps may be getting to him, too. He just crumpled.
34, Alex Cornish, the Warrior that's down.
And we will take a 30-second injury break with the injury to Cornish. 14-7 Midland, 9:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Are you or someone you care for downsizing or moving to town but need affordable housing? Prairie Hill Senior Townhomes in Syracuse could be your home. 2-bed, 1-bath, covered porch, and attached garage, all on one level. Appliances, including stackable washer dryer, provided. Best of all, maintenance, lawn care, and snow removal are done for you. Ask about 19 and up, one-bed housing at Westview Manor Apartments. Contact Syracuse Housing Authority for income qualifications. They offer equal housing opportunity. Vanderveen and Garacki is proud to be celebrating their 15th year of business, serving Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, and the surrounding communities. Vanderveen and Garacki realize the importance of a strong community and know they could not have reached this milestone without the support of all of you. Vanderveen and Garacki is focused on providing you with sound tax and accounting solutions. It has been their pleasure to work closely with you, and they look forward to serving your needs for another 15 years and beyond. A sincere thank you from Vanderveen and Garacki, where everything adds up.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
All right, guys, you are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. One play while you were gone, just a 1-yard gain for Midland. For Jacob Butler. He's a junior out of Valley. He would have been a Terrier at Douglas County West High School. 3rd down and 8. The Bobcats need a stop here. 8:26 remaining in the fourth quarter. Yards have been tough to come by. Points even tougher for the Bobcats tonight as they trail 14-7. Back to pass is Cameron, and he has his receiver, and he's short of the first down. Cody Sullivan with a great tackle. Logan Pabin was there first. And it's going to be about 1.5 yards short, and Midland's going to kick it back. The Bobcats are going to get it back.
Yeah, Cody Sullivan now 7 tackles now tonight.
Short of the first down, so it's 4th down.
So the Bobcats will see where they get it. They send Odsley back along with Pabin.
And the punt team back deep for the Cats. Number 10, Logan Pabin on the far side.
So the Bobcats, since the start of the second quarter, have had 9 possessions, have not been able to get the ball in the end zone since that end of the first quarter. Pabin has it at the 25, cuts back to the 30, jumps a tackler out to about the 32, and that's where he'll go down.
Yeah, that was an interesting return. It just a lot of talent by Pabin. He could have been tackled back about the 25, but worked his way up to about the 31-yard line.
7:20 to go.
On a special teams tackle.
Bobcats down 14-7. They'll take over 1st down and 10.
Go to the ball game. The Cats will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They'll start at their own 32. And Tyler Odsley will be running the Bobcat offense again. They're in the veer. Spearman and Trombley are halfbacks. Aaron Smith, your fullback.
Oh, 2-minute motion.
Aaron Smith. And now I think it's going to be a second penalty. The first penalty is going to be offsides. Let's see if they actually call that. A linebacker came through.
Offense, number 28, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Oh, they didn't call it. Again, the referee throws this flag late. The linebacker came through and popped Tyler Odsley after the play had been blown dead. I thought they maybe were going to call it necessary roughness. They did not. So it's 1st down and 15 with the ball at the 27.
Boy, just no win tonight. A great night for football. The flags are hanging across the field just straight down.
Bobcats have already burned a timeout. Need to get something going offensively on this possession. Smith only gets a couple on 1st down and 10, and they'll need yards in bigger chunks than that.
Ball carried by Aaron Smith.
Gets it to the 30. It's second down and 13. The Bobcats, who like to run downhill, Daryl, they like to have second and short, third and short, have had second long and third and long this entire second half.
Yeah, I have 32 yards for Aaron Smith tonight on 17 carries. He's a leading rusher for the Bobcats. Quite a bit of difference than what happened last year with this team.
Bo Godwin, the senior from Cottonwood, Arizona, comes in the game at a tackle now. Frink spread to the far side. The only receiver in the game is the Bobcats have gone to 2 tight ends and really have it packed in. Odsley hands the ball to Aaron Smith, and he fumbles the ball, and Midland's going to be on it.
There's a fumble on the play.
So Midland gets the turnover.
Yeah, this crowd has quieted down some. Too much of the first half, we even had to close the windows here in the press box so we could hear each other. But this second half hasn't been near as much in the crowd noise, and a little bit more for the small crowd that's here from Midland.
So Midland will take over first down and 10 on the Peru 31, the first possession of the game that they have started in Peru State territory.
And I believe Peru State only had one possession starting in Midland's territory tonight.
So a costly turnover for the Bobcats. They were down 7. Ball handed on the inside, reversed to Butler. He gets it across the 30 down to about the 27 or 28-yard line. A field goal here would be devastating for the Bobcats. It would put them down 2 scores, and we're about ready to go under 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Ben Watkins on that tackle, I have him for 5.
Midland burning all of the clock. They were running the hurry-up offense earlier. Now that the clock is in their favor, they're running it down. Cameron fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Has a receiver across the middle. It's going to be a touchdown for the Warriors.
Pass complete. So number 80, Tristan.
So it was a 27-yard pass from Andrew Cameron to Tristan Kamaka.
Midland 20, Peru State 7.
It's 20-7 Midland. And the fat lady hasn't sang yet, but she's spraying lemon juice on her throat.
Pretty close.
In to attempt the extra point is Anthony Wood. Kick is up. It's good. We'll take a timeout here. Midland leads at 21-7. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
No more stuck windows. No more peeling paint. Syracuse Lumber now carries Simonton Assure vinyl replacement windows, boasting classic designs and easy-use features. A beautiful way to accent your home. Simonton Assure comprehensive warranty covers vinyl, hardware, screens, and insulating glass units, so your investment is protected. And with advanced thermal efficiencies, you'll save a bundle on heating and cooling costs. See Simonton replacement windows at Syracuse Lumber.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
All right, you are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. 5:43 remaining in the game. Peru State trailing it now 21-7. And Daryl, if this holds up, it'll be a rather inauspicious debut for the new stadium.
Yes, it will. A little disappointing tonight, but just a great turnout, a lot of enthusiasm today.
Anthony Wood tees it up for Midland. Back deep will be Pabin and Odsley. High short kick. Odsley's going to settle under it at the 15. Breaks through to the 30, about the 31-yard line before he's taken down. And there's going to be a penalty on number 50 for Midland, who dumped Briar Burr after the play. Right in front of the side judge, Andrew Lorenz, a junior out of Hardington, Nebraska.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 50 of Midland. 15 yards on the end of the run, first down.
So Bobcats are going to have to strike fast and get the ball back. Only 5:36 remaining in the fourth quarter.
I have that 5 penalties for 40 yards for Midland. As far as kick returns, Odsley now 4 kick returns for 97 yards.
So with the return and then the 15-yard unsportsmanlike.
He's also had 21 yards in punt returns this evening.
So Peru State starts at their own 46, 5:36 remaining, down by 2 touchdowns. Bo Shepard back in the game. Throws it to Aaron Smith, who drops the ball. Would have been a very short game, maybe a yard or two. And Midland getting a great rush that time from Rashawn Martin, freshman out of Elkhorn.
Goes incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 46.
Second down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. Split to the near side is Jake Coughlin. Now Gabe Hoynes is in the slot. Split to the far side, I think, is Frank. And looking for Coughlin downfield. And no flag. The Bobcat fans wanted it.
Apparently they just said that was uncatchable because the Midland corner was all over him.
Daryl, I haven't looked down here, but I don't believe I've seen Leighton Chiquin since he landed on his backside on that after getting flipped up in the air.
Yeah, I don't believe he has been out. Midland's the first team back in 1977 when Jerry Jory recruited me for the chain gang. And Midland Peru State game was here in the Oak Bowl. It was the first game I ever chained.
Well, unless they meet in the playoffs, it'll be the last time they meet with the new schedule of the Hack. Bo Shepard on a draw play, quarterback draw, has the first down and more, down to the 40-yard line. And I think in Division I they might have called that a spearing on the tackle. The linebacker led with his helmet.
Yeah, that's 11 first downs now for Peru State.
By number 44, Josh Seiler.
So split to the far side, Hoynes and Coughlin to the near side, Frank. And again, Leighton Chiquin has not been back in the game.
Yeah, at that time, Peru State's head coach Steve Snyder was playing defensive end that night for Midland University.
Back to pass is Shepard. Frank has it and taken down immediately.
And also Dave Ramsey, the former offensive coordinator for Peru State, was center for the Bobcats.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6 at the 36.
Second down and 6, ball at the Midland 36. Shotgun formation, Bo Shepard, the quarterback. And there is the play is blown dead. Let's see if the Bobcats jumped. More than likely, that's what it is the Bobcats move backwards. Second down and 11.
Offense, number 59, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Yeah, Joe Hobart of Wichita, Kansas is the one that drew that penalty.
Second down and 11 from the 41.
Second down and 11. Ball at the 41-yard line. Shepard drops it out to Trombley. Trombley's going to get out of bounds after a game. Oh, nope, they're going to wind the clock. Said his forward progress was stopped. So to the 35, and the clock is going to continue at 4:15 and counting.
Knocked out of bounds by number 44, Josh Seiler.
That's the 7th complete pass this evening for Bo Shepard out of 17 attempts.
Third down and 5, ball at the 35-yard line.
And that's 84 yards in passing yards for Bo Shepard this evening.
The screen gets busted up, and now Shepard just has to throw it at his feet because Midland sniffed out the screen, and everybody knew that that's what was going on. So fourth down and 5 at the ball at the 35. Shepard does the smart thing because there was nothing there.
Down and 5 at the 35.
Here comes Jacob Merrill. Fourth down and 5. Shepard in shotgun formation. He gets Gabe Hoynes for the first down.
That's Peru State's first attempt on a fourth down this evening, and a 1-for-1 on fourth down conversions.
29-yard line.
Gabe Hoynes is a sophomore out of Papillion.
21-7 at Midland. 3:35 remaining in the game. Bo Shepard on the scramble, taken down from behind.
Shepard on a carry.
Talked about Gabe Hoynes a little bit ago. He was never played defense in his life. Got moved to the defensive side of the ball last year, Daryl, when they needed help. This year they had a little more depth on defense. Moved him back to that receiver position. Shepard loses one on the play. It'll be 2nd down 11. He's back to pass. Has a receiver. Oh! He had him open. And Jacob Merrill, the freshman out of Elkhorn, just could not find the ball.
Well, I think Travis Ransom, a linebacker back in coverage, I think maybe got a hand on the ball and just deflected it just a little bit. But that would have been a touchdown if he was able to keep a hold of it.
So, 3rd down and 11 again for the Bobcats. Back to pass to Shepard. Flush from the pocket. On the roll, looking downfield. Trumbull had run out of bounds. Referee takes his hat and throws it there, and the Bobcats are down.
Even if he would have come back in and caught that, he ran out of bounds of his own power. So it was an ineligible receiver.
At the Midland 30.
So last gas for the Bobcats. 4th down and 11. 3:02 remaining. They'll break the huddle. They need to get inside the 20. Back to pass to Shepard. Throws it underneath and caught, but well short of the pattern. And I don't think the Peru State coaches were happy in the booth next to us. Ran a 5-yard pattern on 4th down and 11. And they're going to turn the ball over on downs.
Yeah, Jake Coughlin, a wide receiver, freshman out of Omaha on that play. We've seen several players coming from the sidelines in the last few minutes for the Bobcats.
The Bobcats are going to lose their opener in the new Oak Bowl, 21-7. Back to pass now, running the option, far side, and big gain for Midland. Looks like the Bobcats have just kind of worn out up front.
Alex Cornish is back.
Yeah, Audsley, who was on that last drive early as quarterback, now is defensive back for the Bobcats.
What a football player. 5'11", senior from California.
2:35 remaining.
210, but as many times as he's carried the ball, he's below 200 by now tonight.
PA announcer Dale Thomas talking about the running back for Midland, Alex Cornish. He's carried the ball something like 36 times now tonight.
35.
Dale said he started the game at 210. According to the program, he's got to be under 200 by now. Yeah, he carries it again, and he's still churning up to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's certainly been a workhorse for Midland.
Gain of about 5 on a play. Brought down on a play.
So Midland will go to 2-0 on the season as we go under 2 minutes. Bobcats will start 0-1, and Daryl, it's not going to get any easier next week. That Friends University team looks tough.
Well, they're picked second, even though they finished fourth last year in the KCAC. They're picked to finish second. And then after that game, Peru State goes to Missouri Valley.
Yeah, they were picked to finish second by 1 point out of 155 points. They lost 155 to 154 in the coaches' poll. Again, Cornish has it. Actually, it's Butler. Peru State's going to take a timeout here. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. 21-7 Midland, 1:25 left. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Starting college at a big university is not the right fit for everyone. That's why many students spend their first 2 years at Metropolitan Community College. You can earn credits in nearly 150 general education courses, then transfer those credits to a 4-year university. And credits at MCC are nearly a third of the cost. Get started today. Go to MCC ccneb.edu/first choice. Classes begin December 1st. Metropolitan Community College, 40 years of excellence.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're on.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State trailing 21-7. Minute 25 remaining. Peru State down to their final timeout. Midland at 3rd down and 2. So the Bobcats need to stop here, hopefully get the ball back. Again, Midland in that spread. They run the reverse, and I think that one's going to go to the house. He's to the 40, the 35, the 15, the 10, and taken down at the 3-yard line. And that was Tristan Kamaka again.
The 5-yard line on the reverse.
So now the only question is, will Midland take a knee, Daryl, or will they shove it in? Up 21-7 with 1:13 left.
Yeah, Tyler Odsley could have gotten him about the 13 and couldn't quite hold on to him. So the first down inside the 5-yard line.
So, Daryl, you wonder just how much having Josh Hubbard on the sideline as the defensive coordinator who spent the last several years at Mid-American Nazarene helped Midland in preparation for this game.
Yeah, 3 years of watching Peru State.
And heading to the outside, it's going to be another touchdown for the Bobcats.
So
for the Warriors, excuse me,
so
Jacob Butler.
So they didn't take any.
Oh. Well, as Barry Switzer used to like to say, ain't my job to stop us, it's yours. So Midland, I don't think I had any idea that this was going to happen, that Peru State would. We got a penalty. I'm guessing it's going to be a celebration penalty, probably. He was, Butler was kind of dancing into the end zone a little bit, talking to the folks on his way by, but I imagine that's going to be dead ball. We'll see here. The flag's still on the field.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 34, Midland.
Oh, it was actually on Cornish. So 4-yard touchdown run with 1:08. This fourth quarter started, it was still 7-7.
Oh, that's right. The fourth quarter just absolutely fell apart, didn't it?
All 3 touchdowns occurred. Fourth quarter, Anthony Wood in to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. 1:08 remaining. We'll take one final break and be back with the end of this game. 30-second break. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports. A 1:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. So Peru State will get the ball back one last time, but down 3 touchdowns, Daryl. I don't think that much is going to happen. A tough opener for the Bobcats. There are so many high hopes and expectations for this team, and one game is one game, but boy, Midland's a game you have to have when you're looking at Friends, top 20 team that you're going to be playing next, and Missouri Valley, a top 3 or 4 team that you're going to be playing next.
Well, yeah, Peru State, they just absolutely have to have one of the toughest schedules in the country, if not the toughest of any NAIA school this year. And it just doesn't get any easier. They're, you can hope for Culver, Stockton, and Avila down the road, but, the KCAC is a tough conference.
1:08 remaining. They'll assess the kickoff, the penalty on Alex Cornish, running back from Chula Vista. He's a junior college transfer, and maybe the rules are a little different, or you get away with more in JUCO as far as some of the taunting and the trash talking, but they called it here, and so they kick off from the 20. Odsley settles under the 25. He's to the 30, the 35, the 40, midfield, and taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So nice return by Tyler Odsley.
On the return.
Yeah, so that's over 100 yards tonight on kickoff returns for Odsley on 5 returns. His longest was a 33-yarder earlier this evening.
Remind you, Bobcat fans, Back here again next Saturday.
So next Saturday night they'll play Friends University. Right here.
We'll be here.
And that will be a tough game for the Bobcats to see how they bounce back from this opener. Bo Shepard, shotgun formation. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. He gets flushed out of the pocket. Now finds his receiver, throws it high. Incomplete. And that time busting through for Midland was Jose Leon from Columbus.
Yeah, Jake Coughlin again was his intended receiver.
Goes incomplete. Second down and 10.
So the Bobcats got the ball back. 2:23 remaining in the first quarter. They went on a 9-play, 71-yard drive. And then after that, it was tough sledding for the Bobcats. Ball handed to Smith, and he's going to ramble for a first down to about the 30-yard line of Midland. 51 seconds remaining.
Ball carried by number 28, Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith will probably, well, it's going to be close between Audsley and Aaron Smith unofficially here in stats. It'd be nice to get some official stats tonight after the game's over. But they're both in the 30s in yardage.
Shepard back to pass, first down and 10. And going to be a roughing the passer call on Midland. The pass fell incomplete.
Shepard's pass incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
So Midland getting a lot of late meaningless flags. I mean, there's really no purpose at this point in the game for that kind of activity, the trash talking, the cheap shots.
Well, actually, Andrew Robinson, a tight end from Imperial Beach for the Bobcats, was roughed up a little bit on the defense, too.
96, Midland. First down.
So Robert Mays, the senior defensive lineman from California. It's interesting that a lot of these cheap shots and trash talking are seniors.
No, that's right, yeah.
Sometimes you see that that's going to be your younger players, but in the case of Midland, it's their senior California players. Now, they were recruited to compete against the Morningsides of the world. It'll be interesting to see how they do down the road. 34 and a half seconds left. Shepard back to pass. He throws a little swing pass that's dropped. I think that was Trombley. Just a little bit too hard out in front of him.
He's going to bring up a second down and 10.
He would have had some running room ahead of him, though, had he been able to bring that ball in. Yeah, quite a change in this fourth quarter. 7-7, the end of the third quarter.
Second down and 10. Ball at the Midland 17-yard line. Back to pass is Shepard. Has Gabe Hoynes and driven out of bounds at about the 7 or 8 yard lines. Nice pattern, nice catch by Gabe Hoynes.
Ran out of bounds by number 25, Lucas Schwong.
Yeah, Gabe Hoynes, just a sophomore, one of the many young players in this Bobcat team, freshmen and sophomores.
Ton of receivers. I mean, when you look at that receiving core, Merrill's a freshman, Coughlin's a freshman, Hoynes is a sophomore, Shaquin's a freshman. Just a lot of freshmen on that receiving group. First down and goal. The ball is at about the 7 yard line. Running the option and the pitch out to Trombley. Trombley heading for the corner.
He hit the pylon, but apparently they haven't signaled anything yet, but he hit the pylon.
It's hard to hit the pylon and not score.
That's right, but he knocked the pylon 2 or 3 yards down the field, but yet they're going to put him on about the about a foot.
Yeah, about the 1 foot line.
Maybe a little bit less than that.
So second down and goal, ball at the 1 yard line.
But Peru State has 2 timeouts left.
Timeout, Midland.
Midland's going to take a timeout, which is kind of interesting because what are you going to do? They got a foot to go. And 19 seconds left, and call it defensive timeout.
Well, yeah, it would be tough for Peru State to get 3 touchdowns in 19 seconds, but apparently Midland doesn't think that.
Based on what I've seen the last couple of minutes, he's probably telling his kids, don't do something stupid after the play.
Yeah, that could well be.
Well, we enjoyed the broadcast tonight. We had former players Tim Bowen, Bob Bowman, Jake Mertens, Mike Mertens, Pat Mertens, Al Irwin, Mike Ramirez, Ken Dostal, Ray Underbrink, and Tony Jansen, along with big supporters Tony Fulton, Justin Fulton, Charlie Jansen. Had quite a booth full tonight. Ball's handed to Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith hammers the middle of the line. He's in. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And that's the second touchdown of the evening for Aaron Smith.
So Aaron Smith,
a sophomore, another young player for the Bobcats out of Louisiana.
So Aaron Smith cracks the goal line with 15 and a half seconds left. On a 1-yard run. And the pep band is still going. That's great to hear. Klontz the holder, Barnes the snapper. The kick by Connery is up, and it's good.
Connery's kick is good, and with
28-14, and Connery missed that field goal, Daryl. That would have been nice to have had that 10-7 lead, particularly the way things went in this game.
Well, it might have gotten a little momentum had they gotten that score.
That missed field goal came with about 4:38 remaining in the first half. The Bobcats had 2 more possessions after that in the first half. There were 10 possessions in the second quarter as neither team could really get anything going.
Yeah, next week's opponent, Friends, is playing just up the road at Doane tonight, so maybe we can get a score on that before we leave here this evening.
I remember teaching my 3-year-old son when he was quite young the famous song from Westland, "If you can't go to college, go to Doane." I used to like to sing that in inappropriate places after I taught him that. So here comes the onside kick, and there's a scramble for it. I think Midland's going to be on it. That was actually a very well executed kick.
Oh, it really was. There was two different Bobcats had a chance to get on that ball. Looked like Briar Burr had it when it first squibbed, but he must not have been able to keep a hold of it when he dove on the ball.
So in comes the Bobcat blue shirt defense. And we will see it's like Friends with a big win tonight, 33-7 over Doane. And I am not surprised by that. Friends looked really solid in the preseason information I read about them, and the Bobcats will have their hands full here next Saturday night. Midland goes into the victory formation, and a victory it shall be. So the first game in the new Oak Bowl does not play out the way the Bobcats want it. Peru State loses it 28-14 to Midland, and we'll be back with our post-game show after this timeout. Listen to the Bobcat Football Radio Network on B103 Sports.
And the Bobcats will be back at home next Saturday against Friends University.
Pizza and check the balance of your account, all without leaving your dorm room. You don't have to change banks just because you are leaving for college. Commercial State Bank offers mobility banking through your mobile device using apps, texts, and mobile browsers. Mom and Dad can transfer money right to your account anytime, anywhere. Get signed up today. Call Commercial State Bank 402-873-6727. Member FDIC.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
2, 1, and you are on. Go for it.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State loses the opener in the Oak Bowl 28-14. Let's take a look at how the game unfolded. Midland got the opening kickoff. They went 3 and out. Bobcats got the ball back. Long completion, but ended up having to punt after that drive. Finally, in Midland's third possession of the game, we had our first score. They went 82 yards in 11 plays. It was Alex Cornish from Chula Vista, California for Midland. Put the Warriors on top 7-0, actually 6-0, 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. And then Anthony Wood tacked on the extra point. It was 7-0 with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. And that's how that first quarter ended. Second quarter, the Bobcats scored on the first play of the second quarter after a 9-play, 71-yard drive. On the very next drive, they answered Midland, went 71 yards on 9 plays. The final play was a 4-yard run by Aaron Smith, sophomore from Houma, Louisiana. Greg Connery, the sophomore from Harlan, Iowa, tacked on the extra point. It was 7-7 at that point. There would be no more scoring in the second quarter. Halftime score, Peru State 7, Midland 7. Midland then started the fourth quarter as there was no scoring in the third quarter as well. Midland started the fourth quarter with a Alex Cornish 1-yard touchdown run. And then Wood hit the extra point. 14:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. It was 14-7 Midland at that point. And the fourth quarter belonged to the Warriors. Midland came back then 2 possessions later. Andrew Cameron hit Tristan Kamaka on a 27-yard touchdown pass. Again, Wood tacked on the extra point. It was 21-7 Midland at that point. With 1:08 left in the game, again, Peru State only had 1 timeout left. Thought Midland, after a long completion, was down at about the Peru 3-yard line. Thought they might just take a knee there and end the game, but no, they ran the ball in and then got an unsportsmanlike conduct call on their senior running back, Alex Cameron. And at that point, it was 28-7 Midland. After the penalty, Tyler Audsley brought the ball back to about the 45-yard line of Midland. Peru State then scored 5 plays later on a 1-yard run from Aaron Smith with 15.5 seconds remaining in the game. That made your final score 28-14. So, Daryl, Midland comes in here and spoils the opening of the Oak Bowl, 28-14. Tough game for the Cats.
Well, it really was. It has to be a big disappointment for the team, being nationally ranked starting this season. And then it just doesn't get any better with Friends in Missouri Valley down the road.
Friends in Missouri Valley, the next 2 games for the Bobcats. And so Friends smacking Doane tonight. We'll talk about them a little bit. But anyway, that's how the game unfolded. That's our final score. Midland 28, Peru 14. We'll be back with